In moments of uncertainty, it is often our thoughts that dictate the direction of our hearts. I'm reaching out to you first because my heart knows that connection is the bridge between confusion and clarity. I've spent time reflecting on what I'm feeling, and now the silence breaks. It's not about seeking answers, it's about letting you know that you are in my thoughts, in this space between us, and I'm reaching out to you first. Reaching out first isn't about pride, it's about vulnerability. It's about acknowledging that sometimes the hardest thing to do is let your feelings be known. The silence is deafening, but my mind races with thoughts of you. Reaching out first means embracing the discomfort of honesty, because in truth, it's what I'm feeling that I need to share. When emotions are left unspoken, they create distance. I'm choosing to reach out, not because it's easy, but because I cannot ignore the thoughts and feelings that continue to rise within me. The moment I decided to reach out to you first was when I realized that my thoughts are always filled with you. Sometimes it takes more than words to express what's in our hearts. I've been carrying these feelings, holding them close, but now I need to share them with you. Reaching out first is a way of opening up, of letting go, of finally letting you know where my heart stands. My thoughts have been full of you for so long now. Reaching out is not just an action, it's a statement that says, I'm here and I'm ready to share what's been inside me. Even though I don't know what you'll say or how you'll respond, I'm reaching out to you first because I trust that the truth of my feelings is worth saying. In the quiet spaces of our lives, it's easy to let our thoughts spiral, but reaching out first means choosing to make that first step into the unknown, trusting that our hearts will find their way. I don't have all the answers, but my heart keeps telling me to reach out. It's as if every thought I have leads me to this moment where I finally make the decision to let you in. I find myself standing at the edge of my own emotions, looking down into the depths of what I feel for you. Reaching out first is my way of showing you that I'm ready to dive in. My thoughts have been quiet, but my heart has been loud. I'm reaching out first because I cannot keep these feelings to myself any longer. It's not always easy to express what's on our minds, but reaching out first gives us the chance to reveal the things that truly matter in our hearts. Sometimes it takes time to realize what your feelings truly are, and when they're finally clear, you know you have to act. I'm reaching out to you because I'm done waiting in silence. I've been wrapped in my own thoughts for so long that reaching out to you feels like breaking free from an invisible weight. It's time to let you know how much you've been on my mind. Reaching out first isn't just about bridging the gap between us. It's about giving voice to what's been silently speaking to me for so long. In the whirlwind of my thoughts and feelings, I know one thing for certain. Reaching out to you first is a step toward clarity, toward connection, toward something real. I am choosing to reach out because my thoughts and feelings are too strong to ignore. It's not about waiting for you to act. It's about owning the courage to express what's on my heart. Reaching out first is a delicate dance between fear and hope. It's a moment of honesty, of vulnerability, of trusting that what's inside of me needs to be shared with you. There are times when silence speaks louder than words, but today, my thoughts are too loud to stay silent any longer. I'm reaching out first, ready to let you know what's been on my mind. Sometimes it's not the actions that matter, but the intention behind them. My intention in reaching out to you first is to open the door to something more than just words. It's easy to get lost in the maze of our own feelings, but reaching out first is like taking a step outside that maze and offering a hand to someone who might be walking the same path. Every thought I have feels like a whisper, but when I reach out to you first, those whispers become words, and those words become a bridge between us. It's the unspoken thoughts that weigh the most, but sometimes the bravest thing we can do is reach out first, letting those words flow, letting the emotions be felt. Reaching out first is a way of showing that despite the uncertainty, I am not afraid to express what's in my heart. It's a reminder that we are all human and we all need connection. My thoughts are scattered, my heart unsure, but one thing I know for sure: reaching out first is the only way to see where this moment might take us. In the depths of my thoughts, I found clarity. Reaching out first is my way of telling you that the feelings I've been carrying are ready to be shared with you. It's easy to stay in the quiet comfort of our own minds, but reaching out first means stepping into the unknown, opening the door to possibility. My heart races with thoughts of you, and I know it's time to reach out. Not because I have it all figured out, but because it's the only thing that feels right in this moment. Reaching out first is a way of acknowledging that the silence is too loud, that the thoughts are too strong, and that what's inside deserves to be heard. I've spent so long in my own head, wondering what could be, and now I'm taking the first step to turn those thoughts into something real. I'm reaching out to you first. Thoughts come and go, but the feelings that stay are the ones that guide you to action. Reaching out for is the manifestation of everything I've been feeling. Sometimes it takes a leap of faith to reach out first, especially when the emotions are raw and unfiltered, but I know that honesty is worth the risk. I'm reaching out first because my thoughts can no longer be contained. It's time for you to know what's been quietly growing inside me. Reaching out first is like planting a seed of trust, a sign that I'm willing to let you in, to share what's been on my mind, despite the fear of what might happen next. I don't know where this will lead, but I can't ignore the pull to reach out to you. My thoughts are too heavy to keep silent, my feelings too real to ignore. The act of reaching out first is an offering, an invitation to bridge the gap between what's been unsaid and the potential of what could be. My heart is full of thoughts and feelings, and though I'm uncertain, I'm reaching out to you because I trust that sharing them is the first step toward understanding. It's easy to stay still in our thoughts, but moving forward by reaching out first is an expression of courage, of knowing that this is the moment I can't let slip away. Reaching out first is my way of showing that despite the distance or uncertainty, I'm ready to be vulnerable and let you in on what's been occupying my mind. I've spent enough time hiding behind my own thoughts, and now I'm ready to step into the open and reach out, hoping that you'll hear me, understand me, and meet me halfway. Reaching out first is a gift I'm giving to myself as much as to you. It's my way of allowing the truth of my feelings to take shape without waiting for the perfect moment. It's the simple act of reaching out first that shows courage, of trusting that what's on my mind is worth saying, even if I don't know what will come of it. When thoughts weigh heavy on the heart, the only way to release them is by reaching out first. It's about giving them life, letting them breathe in the world outside my mind. The more I stay quiet, the louder my feelings become. Reaching out first is a way of finally silencing the chaos in my mind by sharing it with you. I reach out first, not because I have it all figured out, but because I believe that in doing so, I'm allowing both of us to see what's truly possible. In my heart, there's a pull that tells me to reach out first, even if it's uncertain, even if the outcome is unknown. It's the only thing that feels right in the midst of my thoughts. I have no map to guide me through this, but reaching out first is my way of taking the first step on a path that's been paved by my own thoughts and emotions. Reaching out first is like unlocking the door to the unknown, stepping forward into a space where thoughts are no longer hidden and feelings can finally be shared. The strength of my thoughts and feelings has reached a point where silence no longer feels comfortable. Reaching out first is my way of letting you know just how much you matter. When everything inside is too loud to ignore, The only choice is to reach out first and speak the truth, no matter how raw or uncertain. I'm not waiting for the perfect moment to reach out to you. This moment, right now, is all I need because I know the feelings I have can't be kept silent any longer. In the quiet of my own mind, I have found clarity. I'm reaching out first because I can no longer ignore what my heart and thoughts are telling me. I'm reaching out first because the emotions that have been simmering inside me are too real to keep hidden any longer. This is my truth, and it's time for you to hear it. The act of reaching out first isn't about seeking answers. It's about giving voice to what's inside and trusting that what's shared will find its place in the world. When the weight of your thoughts becomes too much to bear, reaching out first is the act of lightening that load, sharing it with someone who might just understand.